Greetings, I'm Rob Chappers and welcome to my YouTube channel all about guitar stuff. Today, I've set myself a challenge. I'm in the middle of recording some bits and bobs for some various projects and I thought, I wonder if I could come up with a unique guitar sound. And then I realized finding a unique guitar sound is practically impossible. Like, The Edge exists, Jimi Hendrix existed, Eddie Van Halen existed. Is it even possible nowadays to create a unique guitar tone? Something that people would listen to and go, man, that's different. I've never really heard that before. And it's led me here with a whole bunch of stuff on the floor, pulled out a whole load of different guitars and amps. And I thought, actually, this is quite an interesting video. So I thought I'd bring you along for the journey, the ride. So I've not had my coffee yet. I don't know how in depth this is going to be, but at the moment, what I'm thinking is this. I haven't ever owned or used a whammy before. This is my friend Luke's, but I think if I combine the whammy with some ridiculously crazy third man stuff, and then feed it into, because the third man, I've got a plasma coil, here it is. I will get to the point, I promise you. It kind of does bit crushy stuff, but it sounds cool. But what I don't like about bit crush is sometimes when you're playing, it stops. But then I thought, oh, wait a minute. What if I had a guitar that never stopped, like this one? This is the Sahana Danfei. It is a custom-made, beautiful guitar all the way from Nepal from a company called Sahana Guitars. Check them out. They make really beautiful custom guitars. And this has an infinite circuit, but it's got a sustainer built into it, basically. So I thought, well, the sustainer might get over the problem that bit crush causes when it goes, you know, maybe it won't do that. Maybe it'll be less Miku and more Goku. I don't know. So let's find out. I'm going to plug it in and let's get some tones. Actually, this is the most fun I've had in ages with gear, just messing around. And almost fell over. It is, be quiet, guitar. That one. What I've done is, I'll show you, I've done this. I have, to all intent and purpose, rigged it up wrong, you know, intentionally wrong to get a unique sound. So, octavio pedal, best pedal ever made in the entire world. Get one if you can find one. It's just amazing. And then I've got the plasma coil from Third Man, some of the most innovative and cool looking and amazing sounding pedals on the planet. Then I've got the whammy, which I have only ever used really at Andertons and demonstrations there, which is really fun. And then the Immerse reverberator, which is just set to a delay and a reverb. But I have just realized there's a setting with the Immerse that only allows out the wet. So I've got this idea, and I think if I feed this all through the amp and I allow only the wet out, I think it's going to be a really interesting kind of chaotic, psycho, violin, voodoo sound. Here's hoping. It might just be bad. Alrighty. Totally pointless task, challenge accepted. And I would request that you challenge yourselves with this and see what happens. So, okie dokie, let's kick off with the first pedal, which is the Jimi Hendrix Dunlop limited edition octavio pedal. This is what it does. Now, I much prefer the octavio with a backed off P90 or single coily in between tones. I don't have that on this guitar, which is why I'm using it, because I want to do things wrong in order to attempt to create, not that it's wrong to use an octavio with humbuckers, but I prefer the sound on P90s. Anyway, let's add that to the plasma coil, and you're going to get an absolute monstrosity. It's really messy and horrible and just unmanageable, frankly, but it has character, does it not? Okay, well now let's add in the sustainer circuit, so it's going to make a note happen forever. Well, now we're getting into the realms of horror, and it's just letting the sound be what it needs to, what the guitar wants to speak, you know. So anyway, 2 more things to add. The whammy. Let's do the whammy next. So I've got this set to just an octave, standard kind of stuff. I'm going to scooch a little bit closer so I can do this. Okay, that's interesting because I'm enjoying it in a riff type way, and now let's add in some some delay and some reverb. That's really interesting. It's happening doing something I never normally do, which is tap. And by the way, this guitar still resonates with the sustainer, even if it's turned down. It was really interesting. I was going off into melody land and kind of Monkey Lord type stuff, away from riffing. Now I think I'm going to set the immerse to wet only, and we'll see if it's a waste of time or not. So the setting is actually called Kill Dry, which, if anyone's looking for a name for an album, Kill Dry is a great name for an album. So this is what will happen. So I'm going to turn it up. I've just discovered something really cool. If I slightly dip the whammy, hit the note and put it back, it's like a dive bar, but it's different and it's hitting different, if you'll pardon the current TikTok meme vocabulary. So what I'm doing is I kind of dip it, hit it, and pull it back. Hear that? So I can create a riff with that. That's a really cool thing I've never done before. Well, look, did I discover a new guitar sound? No, I don't think I did, really. Did I discover something that I really like? Yeah, I like the whammy. And the reason it's cool is because it's giving me a whole new idea on a way of affecting pitch around riffs. It's something that I've never experimented with that, and I'm glad I have, because now I think I've just written the beginnings of a couple of cool bits. I don't know what it would fit with. This is the main problem I have, is I write something and I go, where does that go? Is it Monkey Lord, Dorje, Clockwork? I don't know. I'm, as you can tell from my waistline, bite off more than one can chew F. Have a great day. Tell me in the comments section below if you think I achieved the challenge of creating a new tone. Also, please, if you wouldn't mind, hammer the like, smash the subscribe, and punch the living daylights out of the bell. Take it easy. Chappers out.